Okay, medyo madidelay lang yung aking salita. Okay? So, mag-chat na lang ha. Okay. So, we are now going to I'm now going to discuss process design and technology decision. Okay? So, this is under operations design under unit 3. And so here it is. Process design technology decision. Okay? And we already finished with the business value, introduction to operations management, decision analysis, quality, product designs. Okay, hindi natin na-cover ang service design. Isusunod na lang natin yan. Okay, ito na lang muna ang gawin natin. Okay, process design and technology decisions. Wala namang computations tayo dito sa service design. Okay, so moving on. So the lecture outline, okay, what is process planning, process analysis, innovation, and technology decisions. Okay. So these are the 4. Okay? Pa-chat na lang pag may problema ha. Okay. So in process planning, okay, we're going to tackle here what is a process, process design, process strategy, and process planning. So when you say process, it is a group of related tasks, okay, with specific inputs and output. So there is an input, this is the process, and there is an output. Okay, this is input, okay, this is the process, and this is the output. And a process are group of related tasks, okay, mga gawain para ma-produce itong output, para ma-convert ang input to output. So dadaan sila sa proseso. Okay, parang kayo, bago kayo makakuha ng degree in entrepreneurship, dapat dumaan kayo sa proseso. First year, mga subjects na kukunin nyo, dapat ipasa nyo, second year, third year, and fourth year. At pagdating sa mga first year, ito yung mga subjects. At bawat subjects may proseso, may tinatalakay, may ginagawa. Okay? So process design, what tasks need to be done and how they are coordinated among functions, people, organizations. Okay? So yung proseso, paano mo siya ididisenyohan para ma-produce mo yung output. Ang strategy is yung overall approach for physically producing goods and services. Okay? So ano yung process strategy? Ano yung strategy ng UST to provide a quality education in BS entrepreneurship? Yan. Ano yung strategiya nila? Kaya makikita mo, sir, bakit po sa ganitong school wala po nito? Bakit meron nito kami wala? Strategiya nila yon. Okay? And the last one is process planning. How are you going to convert the design into workable instructions para makapag-manufacture o ma-deliver mo yung product or services? Now, so in doing a strategy, a process strategy, you can do vertical integration. Okay? This is the extent to which the firm produce input, sila na yung gumagawa ng raw materials nila, and control the output of each stage of production process. Sila yung nagko-control kung ano yung mga output na gusto nila. Let's say, okay, ang mga inputs natin, meron tayong flour, meron tayong sugar, butter, and we control now the outputs. Pwede tayong gumawa ng ensaymada, pwede tayong gumawa ng cupcakes, pwede tayong gumawa, ayan yon. And that's vertical integration when you are now producing your inputs and controlling your outputs. When you say capital intensity, this is the mix of capital such as equipment, automation, and your labor, okay, in order to use in the production process. When you say process flexibility, ano naman yon? Yung kung gaano kadali yung mga resources ninyo pwedeng ma-adjust pag there are changes in demand, if there are changes in technology, if there are changes in your product and services, and if there are changes in resource availability. Paano nyo magiging flexible yung inyong organizations to produce your product or services? And lastly, the process strategy could be customer involvement. And what's the role of your customer in the production process? Do you talk to them and ask them of their preferences and others? Okay. So let's say, for example, sir, I'm going to put up a coffee shop. Okay. And what I wanted now is what? I wanted to outsource my product. I'm not going to roast my coffee. So if you're not going to roast your coffee and you're going to outsource the coffee bean, what is the cost? What is the capacity to produce of that particular company that you are outsourcing? What's the quality of their coffee bean? What is the speed? How reliable is this company and their product that they produce? And what is the expertise of this company? These are the things that you're going to, okay, understand, okay, in outsourcing. So, in looking at process selection, okay, so what kind of process are you going to what use, okay? Dali lang ha. Merong sira yung aming internet talaga. Okay. Now, let's look at process. Okay. So, in a process, you can look at projects, batch production, mass production, and continuous production. When you say project, this is one of a kind. Okay. Let's say, for example, you wanted to create an event. Okay. So, you call it as a project, yung event na yun, kasi one time lang yon, yung production na yon. When you say batch production, you process many different jobs. Example, what are those jobs? Sa educational system, we have BS, entrepreneurship, marketing, economics, chemistry, nursing, engineering. You're doing this at the same time in groups or in batches. Batch 2006, 2026, kayo yon. 2027, yung mga first year. 2024, yung mga fourth year. So these are what? Batches. Batch production yon. Example is school. We can look at mass production. You're trying to produce large volume of standard product for mass market. And continuous production, very high volume commodity products. Okay. So, in looking at the company and supplier involvement, when you have only single contract with your supplier, oh, bigyan mo lang ako nito for 1 year, that's low involvement of supplier and the company. Okay, if there's a long term, that's strategic alliance. Pero, if there is a high involvement, meaning nakikialam na siya sa operations, okay, because there is what? A joint venture. They are what? Your equity partner. Isa siyang part owner ng company. Now, so looking at this, volume, standardization. Okay. So, projects have low volume and low standardization. Sir, pare-pareho ba sila? Hindi. Kasi yung concert mo ngayon, might iba na yung concert mo sa susunod. Or yung ginawa mong bahay, maaring iba na sa susunod. Because that is a project. Batch production, okay, medyo mas high ang volume nito and medyo merong standardization for a particular program. Pero nagbabago din siya. Mass production like your canned goods, soft drinks, coffee, instant coffee.
Okay, tumaven na.
Ulit mo, Maven.
Lock mo na, Maven.
Punta ka ulit mo, Maven.
Oh, yan na si sir.
Okay, medyo nawawala po ako. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Pinuha na lang natin,
Loud and
konti
clear.
na lang. Pasensya na. Nako, choppy kayo. Baka choppy din ako. Anyway, may handouts naman. Okay. For the type of customers, we have one at a time. Internet connection is unstable. Okay. For batch, few individual customers. For mass market, we have mass market. Okay. And for the continuous process, we have mass market as well. For the product demand, infrequent pagdating sa project kasi merong time na walang project. Batch fluctuates. Enrollment natin last year 200, ngayon 150. Fluctuates. Mass market stable ang product demand. Continuous very stable to kasi necessity ito sa household. Demand volume very low sa project, low to medium sa batch, high sa mass production, very high sa continuous production. Number of different products, infinite. Iba-iba ang project, iba-iba ang building, iba-iba ang bahay na pinagagawa. For batch, there are many and varied. For mass markets, there are few, okay, number of products. And for continuous, very, very few. Production system for project, long-term project, 5 years, 10 years. Sa batch, discrete job shops. Okay, sa mass production, repetitive assembly lines and continuous, okay, it is what? Process industry. So those industries that are continuously 24 hours production, okay, like electricity and water. For the equipment, project varies. Batch, general purpose. Mass market, special purpose just for that product. Continuous, highly automated. Primary type of work for project, specialized on contracts. Fabrication for batch. Assembly for mass production. And mixing, treating, and refining for continuous production. Worker skills sa project, they need experts. Sa batch, wide range of skills ang meron sila. Sa mass market, limited lang ang range ng skills kasi nga machines na ang gumagawa. And continuous equipment and monitoring lang ang skills nila, no? How to use the equipment. Advantages for projects, custom work, latest technology, flexibility and quality for batch, for mass market efficiency, speed and low cost, continuous, highly efficient, large capacity, and ease of control. For disadvantages ng projects, yeah, putol-putol ako. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Putol pa rin?
Ako, okay na po, sir.
Yeah, medyo nagpa-fluctuate yung internet. Okay. Disadvantages, so non-repetitive, small customer base, expensive ang paggawa nito. Sa batch po, costly, slow, difficult to manage, mass production, okay, mass production, capital investment, medyo malaki ito kasi sa equipments and machineries, lack of responsiveness, and continuous, difficult to change, far-reaching errors, and limited variety. So examples for projects are construction, for batch, education or bakeries. For mass market, we have the television, computers, cell phones, manufacturing, fast food, continuous, paint, chemicals, electricity, water, oil, okay, production. Now, so very important to. So now let's look at process selection with break-even analysis. Okay? Now, ibig sabihin no, sir, pag kami po ba yung magse-select ng process namin from manual labor to automated production, okay, ano yung gagawin namin? You try to look at break-even analysis. Okay? Now, you examine the cost trade-off. What is the trade-off for the cost? Associated dyan with the demand volume, ha? The first thing that you're going to do is look at the fixed cost. Ano yung fixed cost? Constant regardless of the number of units produced. Ibig sabihin nun, katulad ng rent, 15,000 ang binabayaran mo. Mag-produce ka ng wala sa isang buwan, 15,000 pa rin ang babayaran mo. Mag-produce ka ng isang piraso, 15,000. Mag-produce ka ng 1,000, 15,000 pa din. Mag-produce ka ng 1,000,000, 15,000 pa din. Fixed cost, regardless number of units produced. Pag variable cost, it varies with the volume of units produced. Pag wala kang ginawa, wala kang cost, variable cost. Pag meron kang ginawa, 10 piso. Pag 1,000 ginawa mo, 10,000. Pag 1,000,000, okay, 10 million ang variable cost mo. Okay? Kasi 10 piso ang isa. Now, with revenue or sales, this is the price at which an item is sold. Okay? Total revenue is the price times volume sold. Okay? And profit is the difference between total revenue and total cost. That's the profit. Okay? Yung benta mo minus yung ginastos mo, profit. Okay. Now, let's have an example. Tingnan nyo ha. Let's say for example, ito yung ating fixed cost. Ito yung ating variable cost. Okay. Now, ang binibenta natin, fishball. Halimbawa lang, fishball. Ang presyo ng fishball natin, fishball, is 1 peso ang isa. Okay, magkano ang puhunan? Yung ginastos mo, 50 centavos. Okay? Yung 50 centimos mapupunta sa fixed cost. Yan. Halimbawa, meron tayong fishball cart. Magbebenta tayo sa bangketa. Ang bayad natin sa bangketa is 3,000 pesos. Pag nakabenta tayo isang buwan per month, pag nakabenta lang tayo ng isang fishball, okay? So, isang fishball lang, 50 centimos yung nagastos natin sa paggawa ng fishball, yung 50 pesos mapupunta sa monthly fixed cost. So, magkano yung abono mo? So, if you're going to look at abono, okay, abono mo sa rent, ang abono mo sa rent is 2,999.50. Bakit? Kasi ito lang yung pera mo pambayad sa rent. Okay. Kung nakabenta ako, okay, isang fishball to ha, kung nakabenta ako ng 10 fishball, isang fishball, kung nakabenta ako ng 10 fishball, magkano ang fishball? Okay, piso ang isa, so 10 pesos. 5 piso sa puhunan, sa paggawa, at 5 piso mapupunta sa rent. Yan. So, magkano ang babayaran kong abono? 9,995. Kung nakabenta ako ng 100 fishball, so, sa piso ang isa, meron ako 100 piso. 50 dyan sa puhunan, at yung 50 naman mapupunta sa rent, pambayad. Okay. So, magkano ang abono ko? 2,950 pesos. Yan. Okay? Now, ang tanong, ilan dapat ang mabenta ko in volume upang mabawi ko ang puhunan ko, okay? At mabawi ko ang 3,000. Abono, 0. Kinita, wala. Lugi, wala. Yan. So, ano yung formula? So, the formula is volume is equal to fixed cost over price minus variable cost. So, tingnan natin. Ano ang fixed cost natin? 3,000. Okay? Over, how much is the price? 1 peso. Magkano ang variable cost? 0.50. So, 3,000 divided by 0.50. Okay, magkano, ilan ang kailangan kong ibenta? Okay, you need to sell 6,000 fishball. Oh, kung naka 6,000 fishball tayo, 6,000 fishball, magkano ang variable cost? Di ba? 50%, 50 centimos. Okay? So, 3,000, 50%. So, magkano yan? That's 6,000 fishball. Okay? Magkano ang fixed cost? Yung 3,000 na natira sa 6,000, 3,000, ano mangyari? Pambayad sa rent. Magkano ang abono? Wala. Kumita? Hindi. Nalugi? Hindi din. Yun yung tawag na break-even. Naintindihan po ba? Thumbs up? Okay? So, nagkakaintindihan tayo. Okay. Now, moving on. Sana wag magloko. Okay. So, total fixed cost is equal to fixed cost plus total variable cost. And your total revenue is the volume multiplied by price. That's total revenue is equal to volume VP. Okay. And your profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. TR minus TC is equal to VP minus, okay, CF plus VC. Okay, variable cost. Okay. Now, so computing, so this is now your formula for break-even point. In volume, number of units. So that is your fixed cost over your price minus your variable cost. Ayan po siya. Okay, let's have an example. Ayan. Now, Travis and Jeff own an adventure company called whitewater rafting, sorry. As part of the branding strategy, the two entrepreneurs decided to customize and sell their own rubber raft. The initial investment in equipment is estimated to be 2,000. So this will be considered as your fixed cost. The basic raft costs $4. Okay. Labor and materials is $1 per raft. The selling price is $10. Ang tanong, what volume of demand will be necessary to break even? So, volume of demand necessary to break even is fixed cost over variable cost, over price minus variable cost. So, fixed cost is 2,000 over $10 minus $5 will give you what? 2,000 divided by 5. Okay, ilang units ng raft? Okay. Ilang units ng raft? Para maka-break even 400. Yan. Okay, you got the idea. Okay, now, looking at it. So this is your number of units. Okay, moving on. Okay, so ayan siya. So this is 400 raft. Yan yung break-even point. Pag ang tanong is, what volume of demand necessary to break even? Now, binigyan kayo ng problem number 2 na related sa problem number 1. Okay, so this is the break-even point at 400. In excess of that one, may kita ka na. Okay? Now, so, sumunod, nag-decide yung mga owners. Okay? Na, sandali, makaka-exceed yata tayo ng break-even point. Baka naman pwede natin lakihan yung investment natin para sa equipment, yung computerized na o semi-automated. Okay? So, 10,000 now will be your fixed cost. Okay? $2 and $1 will be your variable cost. At price, 10 pesos. Okay. Kaso, yung una, 2,000 ang ating fixed cost. Yan yung equipment. At ang variable cost is $5. Okay. So, let's compute. Okay. Kasi tinatanong dito, for what volume of demand should each process be chosen? Oh, for what volume? Gaano kadami ang units na maibebenta mo will determine kung anong proseso ang i-choose mo. A, labor-intensive, or B, semi-automated machines. Okay. So what are you going to do? Okay, compute. So 2,000 ang fixed cost plus $5 ang variable cost. Okay, is equal to 10,000 ang fixed cost plus $3 ang variable cost. Okay? Dollar pala to. Okay? So, compute natin. Lipat natin. 5V dollar minus 3V. Okay, sorry. Dollar 3V is equal to dollar 10,000 minus dollar 2,000. Okay? So, 2V is equal to 8,000. Okay? So, 8,000, V is equal to 8,000 divided by 2. So, what's the volume of demand? Dollar, dollar, cancel, cancel. Gaano karami? What's the volume? Okay, the answer is now 4,000. Sir, is that 4,000 now is your break even? No. This is what we call the point of indifference. Oops, sorry. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Okay. If your demand is less than 4,000, okay, less than 4,000, you choose process A. If your demand is greater than 4,000, you choose process B, yung semi-automated. So, ano sagot? 4,000 at ito. Now, sir, bakit sa libro itong nakasulat? May equal. Ayan. Di ba? Naglalag ako. Saan ako nawala? Saan ako nawala?
Yan, sir, sa process selection.
Okay. So, pero naintindihan nyo, okay, pag 4,000 yung point of indifference, anong sagot? For what volume of demand should each process be chosen? I will choose process A if the demand is less than 4,000 units. I will choose process B if the demand is greater than 4,000. Pero po, sa libro, ito yung nakasulat. Sir, bakit po may equal yung sagot? Okay. Below or equal to 4,000. Okay. What if ang sagot nyo eksaktong 4,000? Halimbawa lang. Okay? Ang sagot nyo sa, kung ang trend, okay, ng demand ninyo is upward, okay, then you choose, kung 4,000, okay, kung equal to 4,000, then you choose what? Equal to 4,000 at upward yung trend, you choose process B. Pero kung ang trend ng demand is downward, okay, meaning 4,000, then next month 3,000, 3,500, ganyan, then you choose what? Process A. Okay? Kasi ang trend niya is downward. Okay? Question so far. Tanong ko. May tanong?
Wala po, sir.
Okay. Okay. Gagawa naman tayo ng seat work dyan. Okay? Practice problem. Okay. So, ito siya. If your demand, that demand, no? If your point of indifference, ang trend niya is pababa, okay, you choose process A. Kung ang trend niya is pataas, greater than 4,000, you choose process B. So, ang sagot, okay, if the demand is greater than 4,000, choose process B. If the demand is less than 4,000, choose process A. Okay? Ayun lang yung sagot. Okay? Okay, now, let's look at process plan. Malapit na tayo. Discussions na lang tayo. Yun lang yung problem solving doon. Okay. Process plans, these are sets of documents that detail the manufacturing and service delivery specifications. So you look at assembly charts, operation sheets, and quality control check sheets. Okay? So this is the Big Mac. Okay? Ito yung assembly chart ng Big Mac, process analysis, no? So makikita nyo, sesame seed, patties, salt, cheese, lettuce, sauce, onions, etc. Okay? So ito yun. Now, ito naman yung operation sheets. Okay. Okay. Operation number 10, pour in plastic beads. Yung department ang in charge, machine ang tools na gagamitin. Ang time nito, ganito. Okay? Ito naman ang flow chart. When you are building a flow chart, always remember, determine your objectives, define process boundaries, define the units of flow, choose the type of chart, observe process and collect data, map out the process, and validate the chart. Okay. Now, in process flow chart, you look at manufacture of products or delivery of service from broad perspective. You need to incorporate non-productive activities such as inspection, transportation, delay, and storage, and productive activities, which is the operations. So, paano yung process flow chart? You need to understand the symbol. This symbol is operations, inspection, transportation, delay, and storage. Okay? So, ito yung process flow chart. Start is the operations, unload apples from truck, time, and then transport, and then inspect, then transport again, then storage, then transport again, okay? And then ano yung operation? Apples peeled and cord, okay? So this is the time, etc. So that's the process. Ito yung kung paano sila gagawa ng apple sauce. Okay. Now, in a particular restaurants, mapapansin mo, meron din sila. This is the blueprint of a process map of a restaurant service. So from the customer, they're going to place an order. Is the order complete? No, then get the order. And then, give soup and salad order to chef. Okay, salad chef. Give dinner order to dinner chef. Okay, binigay. Pagkatapos, okay, binigay sa waiter, then ibinigay sa customer. So, sir, ba't wala na rito? Kasi nga, ang end nito yung sa customer. Okay, then deliver the check to customer, receive checks, and then gives payment to waiter, and then is it cash or credit, etc. So, ito yung gagawin ninyo when you start up with a small business. Ito yung operations plan ninyo. So, I mind because meron na kayong idea kung ano yon. Okay? Dahil meron na kayong what's this? Ano ba yung course nyo nung second semester? Opportunity seeking. Okay? So, with that one, you're going to make this one. Kung kayo ay coffee shop, gagawa kayo ng ganito. Kung kayo ay ngayon, kung mapapansin niyo, sir, yan lang po ang gagawin namin. Hindi po. Kasi kailangan pag pa-prepare sa soup, hindi naman yan prepared na ang soup. Meron pa yang activities, di ba? Let's say for example, kung yan ay coffee at ito ay barista, okay? So you need to prepare the coffee. Anong coffee? Cappuccino. Okay? So kung cappuccino siya, ano yung gagawin? Grind the coffee bean, select the type of roasting, okay, get ganito, etc., etc., number of grams, number of scoop, grind it, put it in ganito, okay, extraction, infusion, put it in the cup, etc., etc. Okay, then serve it. Yan, di ba nakita nyo? Kasi dito, sinerve lang. Parang, oy, give order to waiter, ganun lang. Hindi. May proseso yan kasi depende sa order niya. Okay? Kailangan 20 to 25 to 30 seconds, mabigay na yung coffee, etc., etc. Okay, yung shot, ayun. Okay? So, meron po yan. Okay? Now, this is a simple value chain flow chart. From the supplier, you give them the product, raw materials. Okay? And then, the finished product to your customers. That is the flow of the product. Pero, pagdating sa customer, going to the manufacturer, the flow informations, ano to? Feedback. Okay? Feedback. Pag hindi maganda ang quality, they have feedback to improve your process. Okay? So, what about innovations? If there are process innovation, pag merong mataas ang leap with regards to your process, changes, okay, your improvement in your process, that is what we call a breakthrough improvement. Always remember, when you have process, okay, there is continuous improvement. Okay? Once you have a leap, that is a breakthrough, and then you continue improving. Okay? Because you wanted to refine the breakthrough. That's process innovation. Okay? Now, from function to process, so you have the accounting function, purchasing, manufacturing, sales, converted to a process. Diba? So, let's say, for example, with regard to sales, okay, how are you going to offer a customer service in the functions of sales, in the marketing function? Paano yung customer service ninyo? Tatawag lang ba? Mag-online lang ba? Okay? Sino kumakausap? 24 hours ba kayo? So these are the things on how are you going to develop, okay, your functions to process. Okay. So in process innovation, you have to think of the strategic directives of the organization. And then, what is your goals for process performance? Okay? Ano bang gusto ninyong performance ng mga proseso ninyo? You look at the customer requirements, kung anong gusto nila, and you look at your competitors' benchmarks and baseline data. Now, in your process performance, how are you going to design your process map for a high-level performance? No? And then what will be the detail in your process map? Diba? Parang ganito. Sa process map ninyo, meron kayong what we call, okay, the process. Pero meron yung process na may detail. Diba? Ito yung coffee. Pero sa coffee na yan, preparation, meron yan. Mga steps. Yun yung detailed process map. And then you pilot study the design of your process. Were you able to meet the goal? If yes, implement mo siya. Because during the high-level process map, okay, this is where you infuse your innovative idea. Okay, you now design the process. And then, for the detailed map, you need to validate this particular model. Okay, ilang scoop ang coffee, ilang pump ang syrup. And you need to assess with regards to the key performance measure on how effective is that particular process, okay, in producing the product and services. Okay? So, ito yung high-level process map. From the generic, okay, these are the sub-process, okay, this is the process. So, sa loob ng process, meron niyang sub-processes. Example, online ordering. The customer places an order, you verify the stock, process the order, and then verify the financials. Okay, kung may laman pa yung account niya, then process the payment. And then order filled just for 1.5 minutes. And the performance goal, okay, anong goal mo? Fill customer order within 2 minutes. 1.5 minutes, accepted. Okay, that is your key performance indicator, which is a measure of the what? Order fulfillment. Okay? So, what are the principles of redesigning processes? One, remove waste, simplify, and consolidates as similar activities. Link the processes to create value. Let the swiftest and most capable enterprise execute the process. Flex process for any time, any place, any way. Capture information digitally at the source and propagate it through process. Okay. Provide visibility through fresher and richer information about process status. Fit process with sensors and feedback loopbacks that can prompt actions and redesigning the process or improving the process. Add analytic capabilities to process. Connect, collect, and create knowledge around the process through all who touch it. Personalize the process with preferences and habits of participants. Okay. So techniques in generating innovative ideas. Vary the entry point to a problem. If pwedeng, unstable, pwede kang dito mo titignan yung problema o dito. Draw analogies. A previous solution to an old problem might work. Dati, yung may problema kami sa kitchen namin. Nagawa namin ito, baka pwedeng gawin dito. That's analogy. Kasi baka pwedeng i-apply yung solution mo doon. Change your perspective. Think like a customer. Okay. Okay na? Naririnig ako?
Yes po.
Okay, para ako naghahabol kasi mabagal yung aking ano. Okay, then bring in persons who have no knowledge of the process para at least hindi siya bias. Okay? Now, try inverse brainstorming. What would increase the cost and what would this with regards to your product and services? Then, if I solve this problem, what is the next problem? My problem is, I might lose the things I have at home if I don't have a lock. Then, bumili ka ng lock. What if I lost my keys? Ayan. What's the next problem? Okay? Use attribute brainstorming. How would this process operate if our workers are more flexible and mobile? What if there is no monetary constraints? What if we have perfect knowledge? Okay, these are the things, no? In generating innovative ideas. Now, moving on to technology decisions. Am I going to use technology in my operations, in my process? Then you ask, how much will be my purchase fee, my annual savings for this? What will be my revenue enhancement? Replacement analysis for the parts. Risk and uncertainties and the piecemeal analysis. Okay, these are the things that you need to identify. So last is what? The components of e-manufacturing. So mapapansin nyo dito, okay, we have several e-manufacturing components. Okay, now, you can look at the product, the process, the information technology, and the manufacture in your e-manufacturing. Okay, maybe you wanted to improve your product technology. Okay, so ang gagamitin nyo ngayon is magkakaroon kayo ng what? Magkakaroon kayo ng computerization, automation sa products, no? Sa paggawa ng product. You can do what? Computer-aided design, group technology, okay? Computer-aided engineering, collaborative product commerce, okay? What else? Product data management, product lifecycle management, product configuration. So these are product technology, okay? Meron naman siyang definition dito. I'm not going to expound on it, okay? Now, what about for process? Okay. You can use what? Standard for exchange of product model data, okay? You can use computer-aided design and manufacture, okay? That links between the design and the manufacturing plan. Computer-aided process, okay? So generate process plan based on database of similar requirements. Okay? E-procurement, ibig sabihin nun is automatic nang nagpo-procure yung system niyo pag nagra-run out of stock kayo. What about for manufacturing? Computer numerically control, Flexible manufacturing system, robotics, okay, gusto niyo yung robot ang gumawa. Conveyors, okay, if you wanted to look at what the equipments, no, yung mga conveyors ninyo, sila na yung kukuha ng mga raw materials. Kasi nandito involved yung materials. Automatic guided vehicle, na hindi mo na kailangan ng driver. Automated storage retrieval system, hindi mo na kailangan yung tao maghahanap. Okay? Process control, okay, continuous monitoring, and computer integrated manufacturing. Okay? Last one, for information technology, you can use supply chain management, customer relationship management, okay? Decision support system, expert system, and even artificial intelligence. Okay? Medyo ito, lumalago na yung artificial intelligence. And if you're going to look at it, even customer service, artificial intelligence muna. Kung di masagot ng artificial intelligence yung inquiry nyo, then saka kayo pinapasa sa call center agent. So far. Pasensya na, naglalag ako. Okay, may question po? Wala na? Okay, let's check the attendance.